children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, so the Lord delivered Israel into the hands of the Midianites for 7 years. The Midianites kept taking their food and their stuff. Israel was very sad about that, and they began to cry, "They keep taking our stuff." And then a prophet came and said, "I saved you from the Egyptians and others that tried to harm you. The Lord said, 'Don't fear the gods of the Amorites,' but you wouldn't listen to me." So the Israelites kept pouting. Later that day, somewhere else, there was a man named Gideon who was also scared of the gods. He was so scared that he would hide in the grape bushes to cut his wheat, and the angel of the Lord popped out of nowhere and scared him out of his sandals and said, "The Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor." And Gideon said, "If the Lord is with us, why are the Midianites being so mean to us?" And the Lord said unto him, "Go in this thy way, in thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from them." Then Gideon complained that his family was poor and he was no good. And God said, "Don't worry, I will help you." Then they ate together. Then the angel left. After that day, Gideon took his servants that night because he was still scared and cut down the altars of Baal, and the men of the city did not like him anymore. A while later, the mean Midianites and Amorites went camping, and Gideon heard about it. God told him to go take care of them, but Gideon was still scared and asked God if he would still save them. An idea popped into his head. "I will put a piece of wool out, and if it is wet the next morning and the ground is dry, then I will know you will save us." And it happened just like that. The fleece was full of water. He came back to God. "God, please don't be mad at me, but could we try it again and this time make the fleece dry and the ground wet?" Gideon went to bed, and the next morning the ground was squishy under his toes, but the fleece was nice and dry. Wow, so dry! He gathered a bunch of men together. "Do you want to fight?" "Yes, me too! Count us in!" God came back to Gideon and told him there were too many men. "Tell them to go home if they are afraid to fight." So some men started to look around and scared and decided they wanted to go back to their wives and children. "Do you want to go home?" "Yes." So one by one they left while Gideon watched in amazement. Thousands were gone, 10,000 were left. Gideon said, "That's okay, we can still work with this, I guess." But the Lord said to him again, "You still have too many. Tell them to go down and get water and watch them how they drink." There were 300 men on one and the rest on the other. The Lord told Gideon, "You keep the smaller group." Oh boy, he said. So he sent the thousands of men back to their tents and told the 300 to stay with him. He gave all of them trumpets and torches and empty pitchers to hide their torches. He said, "Okay, you all just follow me just like and follow the leader. Do what I do, okay? When I blow my trumpets, you all do too. Then yell, 'The sword of the Lord and of Gideon!'" So the 3 groups went to the other sides and waited until the camp was sleeping, then broke their pitchers and blew their trumpets and yelled as loud as they could, "The sword of the Lord and of Gideon!" All of the snoring stopped, and the enemy army woke up and started stabbing each other with their own swords. "Ow! Hey, stop! That's sharp!" While Gideon and his 300 men watched, whoa, look at that! The rest of the army tried to run away, but they were stopped eventually, and the heads of the princes of the army were brought back to Gideon. God helped Gideon to be brave and fight off anyone who opposed God, and for 40 years, the country was peaceful, and Gideon lived a good long life and died peacefully.